What does it mean to live life to the fullest, train to your potential, and perform at your best?
Leave nothing on the table. That's a non-negotiable, is that I strive to be better every day. Because if I'm not on top of my game, how is anybody else going to follow me down the road?
Keep demanding more of yourself to live up to that potential and to stay hungry.
Training is progress. You know, when I look at the word training, I think of steps, baby steps to get somewhere that you want to be. And that is basically your life journey.
It's a mindset in itself, man. It's like, it's not just about, I know that for you, a lot of that's about the physical, but we're constantly in training, whether it's growing our skill sets, whether it's growing our physical bodies, whether it's growing our relationships, whatever. And all of that's a training ground. And that kind of goes back to the mindset that we just talked about.
You underestimate yourself and you don't even start. But then once you start, you often surpass what you thought you could do.
Perform at your best, mate. That's sort of what life is all about. You know, I want to have the knowledge, I want to have the fitness, the health, the ambition and drive that no matter what comes along, when that next phone call comes, I can just say yes. I don't have to worry. Just go and do it.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of the Live, Train, Perform podcast. I'm your host, Sean Kober. Joining me for my Client Corner series is my man, Damian Gilbert, who is a friend, a colleague, was an intern for me at Tiger Muay Thai and is one of my clients. This is the fourth installment of a 2.5 hour conversation with Damian around the tools and principles that we've implemented into his life to allow him to be better at life. Let's go.
I had it all figured out. My trauma was my responsibility, which I still believe, but I was a superficial guy. I wanted to see this is why I got rid of my old Instagram. I don't know if you noticed, I had the DG neck line. Mm-hmm. Man, I had a good following. I had a bunch of likes, but I will catch myself posting and then I will just be checking. Oh shit, 300 and something likes. Fuck yeah. Oh, 600 likes on a shirtless picture. Oh, okay. You know? And then it was like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot? None of this matters.
Catch yourself, man.
Yeah, none of that matters. It feels good. It feels good then. Especially if you have a bunch of fucking shit that you don't deal with. It feels great, man. You feel wanted. You feel good.
That's that. Again, that's that external validation, bro. Exactly. You still fucking, you fucking still turn your light off and crawl into bed at night and you're left with your own thoughts. And now those thoughts are like, why did that picture only get fucking 60 likes?
Right there.
You know, like that's the difference, bro. Yeah.
And you get that crazy mindset, man. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to delete this account. I'm going to keep my personal little one that I have, you know, just a few hundred people that I know, that I like to know. And I don't post anymore. Now, I don't post because, one, work, you know, there's a lot of shit that I can't
operational security.
Yeah, OPSEC. You know, I'll post a story here and there, something funny or us working. I'll do some dumb shit. But another reason why I don't is because even though I've been working on myself and I've been working with you, I also don't want to fall into, because I know me, I know my personality, and I don't want to fall into that. So that would be my next test, I guess, per se, mentally, is can I go and post something and, you know, some people's like, oh, you fucking arrogant because you posted without a shirt. I'm like, sorry, I don't have titties, dude. You know, sorry, I'm not fat, bro. But this is because of working years and years and years and years and years. It's just training years and years and years and years and years. And I'm at the beach. I don't wear a shirt at the beach.
Yeah. And dude, here's the thing, mate. People that are commenting shit like that are fucking insecure in their own mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? They're projecting their own insecurities on you, mate.
100%, dude. So I've told in a few stories, like doing push-ups in quarantine with the bands. Like I've asked you, hey, what should I do this with the band? And dudes are like, well, you can work out with a shirt on. Have you been in Afghanistan in the summertime? You dumb cunt. No, you have not. Yeah. I want to be naked. I'm just not naked because I'm about to post this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's funny you say that, man. People always comment like, why are you training shirtless in Thailand? I'm like, because I don't want to do washing every 2 days.
Bro.
I don't want to have to put a load of washing on every fucking 2 days because
it's hot.
You sweat so much, bro. I'm like, I coach for fucking hours a day. And then I train, and then I'm coaching again. I'm like, man, that's like fucking 3 wardrobe changes in one day.
Yeah. You know, a lot of women now use their sports bra and shorts. Fucking, because, you know, back in the days, oh, you got to wear a shirt. No, man, fuck all that, dude. Nope. At least in our environment, which is what I also like, we weren't like, you know, oh, you don't wear that. No, man, you're comfortable? Cool. Let's go. time to run, time to hit the steps, time to hit the jumps, and yeah. So I've gotten away because my thoughts, man. At the end of the day, if I go to bed here, which is this tiny little room, and you see look how dark it gets. You know what I mean? And if I shut that off, it's pitch black, man.
Fuck yeah.
Your mind will either fuck you or make love to you. So you gotta pick which one you want, right? So it's been loving on me lately, man. It's been super loving, but I again, yeah, I know I've done all the work, but I gotta thank you. I gotta thank my therapist. Everybody that's been around me that has shown me a positive vibe, man, I'm always grateful for. I hit up people randomly that they're probably like, "Who the fuck is this dude?" I'm like, you know, because they've made me who I am today. In a way, they've positioned me where I'm at, man. I just had to drop a bunch of fucking dope because my pops and all this shit, you know. And I was like, you know what, Ma, I got it because I'm at work and I don't need anything, and I'm good. I have a good circle of friends, and I'm calm. I'm not anxious anymore. I'm anxious about certain shit, you know. Like, man, when I get home, am I still gonna be in the right state of mind? Is it gonna be different when I go home? Am I gonna see my dad turn? And now it's my turn to be weak and to cry and to weep and to kneel in front of, you know. So that's what I'm anxious about. But I'm not sweating it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how I'm gonna react. And
that's a great point, mate. Like, people look at anxiousness as a negative thing, but you know, you should be anxious at times. It's about managing that anxiousness and understanding that it's going to serve you at times. Like, you know, we've all had fucking butterflies when we, you know, you go out on patrol, you got butterflies, man, or you know, I'm playing in a fucking rugby grand final, or, you know, you're stepping into the cage and you're fucking, you know, about to go into battle with some dude who wants to take your head off, right? Like, it's good to have those butterflies, and it's good to be anxious about that things, but, you know, you can use that to your advantage. But when that anxiousness becomes too much and you're not able to deal with it, that's when it then becomes a problem.
100%, man. I mean, if you look at, so I think Joy did that CrossFit comp. I think it was like a week before I left. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. Shit's easy. It's just CrossFit. Bro. That was humbling. I was like, how do you guys, because I was thinking CrossFit, it's just you know?
Yeah.
You can't blame anybody. And we got to run. I like running. And we got to row. I've been rowing with Sean. Nobody told me that it's back to 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 back. And how proper some lifts have to be. And I was like, I can clean this bitch. I was like, oh shit, this is heavy. So you wake up the next day, man, and life hits you in the face. You're not as strong as you think you are, man. You're not. This is a different beast. And it puts everything in perspective. And now I wonder, how do they do it? You know, my job requires very high risk environment sometimes. But these people do this shit for fucking fun, man. These guys are going to compete, and this is what they live, and it's a motherfucker. Rugby. You mean after you tackle me like that, I can't stand up and punch you in your fucking face? What? You know? And so it's such a great thing to think about now, because it's a mindset. Before, you think you can do anything, right? When you're ignorant on your own beliefs and you think that you know it all, you think you can do everything. You think no woman's going to outlift me. I'm a fucking dude. Then I go to Tiger. I'm like, God damn, everybody's outlifting me, bro. I was like, okay,
but dude, like that's
that, you know?
Yeah, man. That's, as you said, that's humbling. But, you know, something that came up for me there is you wake up the next day and you're like, oh fuck, you know, what did I do well? What did I not do so well? What can I work on? Like, that is an AAR, an after action review. Do you use the same? Use the same thing in the US?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, how often do you use AARs in not just your professional life, but also your personal life?
Hey, every time, man. I like to say it's a shower thought, because I'm relaxed and I'm thinking, man, you know, today I was a shithead to that person. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have talked to them that way. Maybe I should have been a little more compassionate, or not just them, to myself. You know, sometimes I'm too hard on myself. Or maybe I shouldn't have had that slice of pizza. And then I'm like, nah, dude, Sean said it's good, bro. Like, you're good. You can't. So I've gone to the point, man, where now I don't, like I told you, I don't restrict myself for much, and I enjoy it. So when I'm doing my little AR in my head, like, how was your day today, bro? This whole week I have done not any schoolwork. I'm about to do it after we hop off here. And I've been hammering myself for that. Like, you lazy cunt, you could have been doing your homework. But what, and a lot of it goes into my mind. I was like, I'm still grieving my father in a way. Let me use this as an excuse to not do the shit that I should be doing because I'm depressed. No, do your fucking schoolwork. My professor doesn't care. So I critique how my day goes. I critique my interaction with a few people. But I also understand that I at the end of the day, man, this is who I am. You know, I believe it doesn't take much to get to know a person. And almost 33 that I am, I think I've gotten it down to this is the polished version of myself. You know, this is the critiquing myself, seeing how I conduct myself with others, seeing how I treat the local Afghan that's here picking up her trash, and then how I treat my friends. Then how I treat myself. And it doesn't make me any fucking holy person. It's just a fucking dude, man, you know? So I like that. I've put everything aside and understand that I fuck up a lot. I'm going to keep fucking up, but I'm going to keep asking for help, and I'm going to keep doing my job as a son, as a partner, as an employee here. And I'm always going to have work. I'm such a needy fucking person. I tell everybody that's about to get in a relationship, like, hey, when I get home, your life stops, but it doesn't. You know, that's when it comes to being selfish. I'm like, I've been in Afghanistan for 3 fucking months. You could take a week off. The fuck I can at work.
Yeah.
So
that's a great point, mate. Like, whenever I go home, you know, mate, I drive fucking, 5.5, 6 hours down the road from my mum's place to go and stay at one of my best mates' places for a night, bro. And people are like, are you serious? I'm like, man, it's like I'm on holidays. He's got his family. He's got his work. Like, it takes nothing out of my fucking day to go and it's worth it for me. That sacrifice is worth it for me to go and spend a night with one of my best mates. And, I make it a point every time I go home to get around and see as many people as I can. Within reason, obviously making sure that I'm managing my time, I'm looking after myself. And, sometimes that means I need to prioritize who I'm going to see. If I'm at home for a month and I'm doing a road trip, I'm going to make sure that I'm spending quality time with the people that I care most about, that, I'm in contact with the most, that mean the most to me. At times that means that I'm, sacrificing spending time with other people. And I'm just like, look, I can't fucking say yes to everyone. And, if I spread myself too thin, then, I'm leaving myself fucking, clutching at straws and not able to see the people that I want to see, and leave myself, burnt out, worn out. So I think that's an important thing as well, is the people that you surround yourself with, and understanding that when you do go home, you can't expect people to just fucking stop their lives and come and catch up with you. And man, that's a great point.
That was a big problem for me, man. I was like, granted, I'm over here gaming and getting in shape, and I'm like, I'm over in Afghanistan. You need to take time out of your day, but their life does not stop. Our life here you've got different
lives, man, where when you're at work you're fucking switched on, right? But then when you go home, you've got the time to be able to get around and see people. And it is selfish to think that just because you're home, people need to stop what they're doing and put aside their families and their own commitments to come and see you. And
it costs friendships, it costs, not permanently, but it makes you realize, like you said, maybe I'm the fucking problem. I can't expect people to not go to work. Like, I'm not going to pay their bill. Who the fuck am I to tell them what to do and what not to do? So this, man, I always tie down to this, because people that have met me before know the type of shithead that I was. And a lot of people will tell you, oh no, he's a good dude. But a lot of people are like, yeah, that motherfucker's selfish dude, all about himself. And now I'm even volunteering when I'm home. I've been volunteering for a few years now, and it's cool because I would never post about it. I would never fucking, this is me volunteer. No, these are things that I want to do because I'm not that hurt guy anymore. I'm not a victim of life. I'm just another guy participating, man. And
you've got your own emotions and character under control, and you know who you are, you know what you value, and then when you're emotionally, mentally, physically stable, then you're able to contribute to, you know, helping make other people's lives better, man.
You have friends that will call you on your bullshit, right? You have friends that if you bring a chick around, they're like, you're not serious. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not gonna marry that chick. You need friends like that. You know you're not going to do that. You need friends. That's a friend. I got people here when they're talking about their marital problems and stuff. I'm like, you're the problem. Well, why are you like that? I'm like, because what you just told me. So we need friends like that. We think we're going to hurt their feelings, but that's what the fuck we need, man. It's accountability, and that's a good friend. That's a person that's going to call you out on your bullshit, but it's also going to be there and tell you, hey, man, this is probably you could do better. Or, hey, have you tried this? Hey, have you tried that? You know, you should probably think about this. Are you saving your fucking money? You know, people hate talking about it. A lot of veterans are horrible with money, bro. I don't know how it is in Australia, but in the US, man, whew, that has to be a different podcast. They just drink their money 100%. Away.
That's why so many are homeless.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And then we blame the system. We blame the war. We blame our PT, which, yes, it does affect. But I know in the U.S., we are given a lot of tools to cope. We are given we just want more. I don't know. Obviously, everybody's going to want more. You're never going to be satisfied with what you get. But therapy's free. University's free. When you're going to buy a house, you don't have to give a down payment if you're a veteran. Even if your credit's shit, when you're going to get a job, you get points for being a veteran. So they'll look at you before they look at the other person. So if you're disabled after a certain percentage, your medical is free. So there's a lot of tools that we could use. We just want everything spoon-fed. And it takes
that's a big problem in the veteran community, mate, is that sense of victimhood. I served my country. I went overseas.
Yeah.
This has resulted in, you know, me losing a limb. I've lost friends. It's fucked up my mental health. I've got PTSD. You know, you need to fix me now. That is the fucking problem, man. You know, veterans in particular should fucking know this better than anyone. Take responsibility for your own fucking shit, because nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to come and fucking fix your problems, man. Like, if you want to get out of that fucking hole, you need to stop digging first.
Yep. You know what's easy, I think, bro? It's easy being a soldier, right? Some people may disagree with what I'm about to say, but once you turn into a soldier, you are at the right place, at the right uniform.
Yeah.
You just completed a day in the army. Then you learn your job and you go to Iraq. And this is your job here, and you're going to do this. But we forget that nobody put a gun to our head and told us, you're going to go serve your country. No, we chose to serve our country, which is why we have all these tools, and we're not using them, man. And that's why, again, I seeked, and I was like, fuck, there's something missing, dude. This is just therapy with this one-on-one with this lady. It's helping me. It's helped me a lot, but my lifestyle is different. I'm still in the game. I'm still carrying my weapons. I'm still, I enjoy it. I don't want to lose joy in it. So let me talk to somebody that fucking has been there, done that, and that is also incorporated fitness into this. And again, that's why I messaged you. I was like, fuck, bro, look, I didn't even ask. I was just like, I want to work with you. I was like, I don't care what it's going to cost. Let's work. Okay, boom, we'll start this day. Fucking 3 weeks later, bro, I was like, man, this shit, I feel better. I'm calm. I'm doing this. And then at first I was like, nah, it's just because I'm working out hard. And then I was like, oh shit. It ties down to what I've already learned, what I've already lived. At the end of the day, man, it's our life. No one really gives a crap. You think somebody's going to go and tell, hey, Sean, I'll go pay your rent. Don't worry. A lot of people be like, whatever,
Yeah.
So it's good, man.
Yeah,
There's certain friendships, certain mentorships are good. Seeking for help is good, dude. Thanks. We went fucking way over today, but it was also like a therapy session because I got to, express how this has helped me after my father. And I feel like not just veterans, but if anybody else is out there that wants to make a little change, it's hard, man. It's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's 33 almost. And I just now I woke up like, okay. Fuck yeah, man. This is a beautiful
Starting
fucking
to get my
life.
shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is a beautiful fucking life.
Yeah, bro. That's fucking awesome, mate. Just to wind up the podcast, bro, the name of the podcast is Live, Train, Perform. You touched on it earlier, but that's live life to the fullest, train to your potential, and perform at your best. What does that mantra mean to you?
Well, live to the fullest, obviously what I'm doing now, man. Before I thought it was how many parties I could go to, how many fucking, this is dumb shit, right? Now it's, hey, I am giving it my all at work. I'm giving it my all as a son, as a person, bro, as a person. Just, I'm a good partner for the person that I'm with. I'm there for her. But not because of them. It's because I've got my shit together. When it comes to training, same thing. When I'm training, I'm training. I used to train till I get tired. And now when you told me, it's like, hey man, some days when you're done, if you have to run 3 miles or if you have to run, and then you feel like you have more in the tank, you're done. Sometimes the training session is done when not when I'm exhausted. So I've used that a lot more. It allows me to perform, dude. It allows me to just train smarter, not harder. The military, I think, has a little misconception all fucked up. So, you just need 2 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep, then we're going to go in a ruck march, and then you're barely going to eat and you're barely going to sleep. But you got to do 100 push-ups. So we can show you what the body can do. Yes, that's cool. But if you want to make you want to have longevity in the game of life, if you want to succeed, if you want to be healthy, if you don't want to be one of those you got to train smart, man. You have to, and train to your potential. If you can't lift the 100 kilos or 80 kilos or 50 kilos, drop down, man. Put that ego aside, and you have not earned the right to lift that fucking weight. When we worked on pull-ups, you were like, hey, I was like, these are easy, bro. No. I'm doing like this. Doing negative now. Like, oh, shit. So now my potential was that, slowly my potential got better and better and better. And it helps me at work, man, because if anything pops off, I know I can have my guys, or if I'm part of the crew, I know that I can be down there ready, kitted up with our mask because it's COVID and the bullet's not going to kill you. It's so you got to wear your mask with your helmet and your fucking vest. But I feel good, man. I get into that truck, my adrenaline's pumping, but I can have that bitch under control because I'm able to perform, man. I'm well rested, my mind's sharp. I'm looking.
You switched on. You've got the anxiousness, but you're able to use that to your advantage rather than being detrimental.
I'm not I'm thinking before I'm reacting, man. I'm taking my deep breaths. I'm getting out of my tunnel vision. I'm opening up my field of view. But
thinking about SOPs.
Exactly. If I don't take my life with joy like I do now, man, like I'm telling you, bro, I'm a happy-go-lucky motherfucker. Even in this time, like I said, I joke about my dad's passing already because I know that's the type of dude he was, bro. So
yeah,
I'm able to train better. I'm able to perform well, and when I'm home, I do the same thing, man, because I'm able to be present for the people that need me to be present. But I'm also not afraid to tell somebody to fuck off because I want to be by myself and I want to go get a massage and I want to go relax and I want to just do me and take myself out and eat and do what I want. Okay, I do that. Damian's good. Now I can be good for you. Now I can be good with you. Now we can do this, we can go on this path. We can go on this journey. But Damian from back in the day, man, nah. Nah, so I implement this, live to the fullest, perform or train to my potential, and perform to my best ability all the time because now it's just a part of me, man. Now I'm just like, if I fuck off, I'm like, nah, you got to rectify that. That's not right. You're not doing it right to your team. You're not doing it right to yourself. Rectify that. We're in the rooms a lot, bro, especially since COVID hit. So it's easy to fall into that false sense of security. And just enjoying that. This has given me the opportunity, bro, to look at life 100% different because I am, we've been through the ringer. All this shit has happened. I'm not seeking for validation from anyone, but it's good that you can be that person for somebody else, man. I don't need anything in return. I don't need people who are like me. I don't need anything in return. I just need them to understand that whatever rough patch we're going through or we've gone through, if you don't work on it, you're going to drag it along, man. You're going to bring it into your marriage, into your relationships, into your friendships, and that may be the wake up call you need. It took me years to realize I'm the fucking problem. I have to live a good life, but to live a good life, I have to be a good person. And it comes from your sleep, like you said, man. If you don't sleep well, the moment you wake up and you don't have good sleep, you don't have good sleep hygiene, your day goes to shit.
Yeah, everything else is affected.
Yeah, so you have to take care of your sleep or your mental health. Yeah, for sure, man. That's how I use this. I feel every day. I know it's good to have the banter with the guys here. They all make fun of me because I think I'm some weirdo fucking Buddhist dude, but I'm not. I'm just fucking.
Wait, do you know who Rudy Reyes is?
Mm-mm.
You know Rudy Reyes?
No.
Search the real Rudy Reyes on Instagram. Okay. So he was. Have you seen what's that fucking documentary? That series. Fuck. Is the U.S. Marines recon snipers that went into Iraq?
I think so.
Based on true stories.
Yep.
Fuck. I can't remember it all. If I remember it, I'll link it in the show notes. But Rudy Reyes is an actor in that series.
Yeah.
But he's actually was one of the guys that was on the ground that was fucking invading Iraq, and he was a sniper, man. He's a loose unit. Crazy dude, kind of all this stuff that we're talking about now kind of ties in. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Generation Kill, the series is called.
Yep, I've heard they're in Saudi City, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. But Rudy Reyes, there was two guys that are in the series that were actually there on the ground. They were soldiers there, but then they were acting in the fucking series, man. It's really cool. So Rudy Reyes is the sniper in there who's just, he's a loose unit. He's a rig, man.
That's wild. And you have guys like that, man.
Yeah, 100%.
And when they get out, they're amazing. They're like successful business people, or
they excel at whatever they're doing, man, because they're able to manage their mind, and they take those lessons that they learned from the military and they apply them to their normal life. And dude, that's the big point that, comes up again and again when I have my podcast, right? I have guests on, I go through these interviews, I talk to the boys from Swiss 8, and that's a big thing that comes up over and over again. That's why Adrian from Swiss 8 asked me to be an ambassador. He's like, dude, you're killing it. You've taken, these lessons that you've learned from the military, and, a lot of guys get out of the army and they lose their self-identity, their purpose, their tribe, and they kind of spiral out of control, and, it takes them years and years to get back on track. And he's like, dude, you learned those lessons very quickly, and you just fucking, changed direction, you pivoted, you took those lessons and those SOPs that you learned, and you simply just reapplied them to your current life. And, that's allowed you to excel and, at times be head and shoulders above the people around you, which is fucking super important, man. I think it's a great point for guys to, particularly veterans that have discharged recently, or in the last decade or so, to understand that, just because you're not in the military anymore, it doesn't mean that you fuck off all of those lessons, all of those fucking life lessons, those SOPs, those TTPs that you've been taught. You don't just fuck all them off and rebel. Yep. Use them to your advantage. Start using them and implement them into your own life, your current life right now, to allow you to, build towards being the person that you want to be.
Bro, look at when COVID hit, you're still in Thailand doing your fucking thing. That's fucking crazy. That's my hats off to you, because a lot of fucking people, man, needed Tiger to continue to operate, and it's hard, man. It's a hustle, and it's discipline, and it's, what am I going to do? Am I going to buck the fuck up and work, or am I just going to start a GoFundMe to fucking help me out? And obviously if you need help, you need help. But the thing is, the grind that you have to go through, that you went through, and how you implement those things from the army to this, and just life in general, bro. Traveling, man. The experiences that you've gathered worldwide, not just the military, for people that have never been in the military, there's a lot of disciplined people out there. I'm not disciplined for fucking schoolwork, man. I hate that shit. But you tell me I got to be outside at 4 a.m. with my guys ready, or me ready. I'll be right there at fucking 3:55 or 3:45, ready to go. So I think it's cool that you managed to stay there throughout the pandemic, man, because it's been hard on everybody. Every fucking body. And to stay in Phuket, where they were hard with tourism, they were hard with everybody, foreigners. It just shows the drive, because tough times don't last, you know what I mean? But tough people do. We need to give ourselves more credit as humans. And it's crazy, man. A lot of our friends have changed their path, but they're still within the fitness field, and they're doing great. They're moving, man, because life goes on. Because you realize life goes on. So it's 3 fucking words. You know what I mean? Life goes on. So it puts it in perspective for sure, bro.
Yeah, man. Dude, this has been a fucking incredible conversation. I've really enjoyed this. This has been my longest podcast episode, 2.5 hours at the moment. Hey, I sent you Simon's podcast last night. Did you listen to that?
The one from Swiss 8?
No, Simon.
The guy that got shot. Yes.
Yeah.
He knew who shot him, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Bro. How do you not take that personal?
Oh, he did for sure.
Right? You know what I mean?
We spoke about it beforehand.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know what it's like, bro. You were listening to it and you would have been like, all right, there's definitely shit that happened that they haven't spoken about right now.
It's like, okay, I got you, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only do I have you, but every fucking people or everyone around you, they're gonna get it too. And but see, to listen to getting shot, bro, and understanding that, and still being able to fucking do your goddamn job. That right there, it's admirable, man. You're cut from a different fucking cloth. You, sir, are not normal. And you got to understand what we do, right? We're not put in normal situations, which was my therapist used to always tell me. He's like, hey, Mr. Gilbert, it's good to feel that way because that's not normal. Normal is get in your car, going to work, going home, make love to the wife, have a few babies, live your life, right?
Yeah. Not
normal is being in your early 20s, going somewhere with experienced fucking killers, knowing who somebody's shooting over, they want to end your life, and knowing that a lot of people back at home don't back you, right?
Yeah.
But you know that if we were not here and they were at home, everybody at home will back us. Oh, where's the fucking military now?
100%.
Well, we're here, so they're not there. So knowing that you got shot, dude, and as a sniper, because you have to keep your composure, but you fucking got shot. It's like, you know, it's not normal, bro. It's a different type of mindset. It's a different type of strong. It's a different type of discipline. Because self-aid comes first, man. Buddy aid comes second, and then comes the medic. But if you're engaging and you know who shot you, fuck all those 3. Let me kill this cunt.
Yeah. I'm taking out the fucking threat first.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's brilliant, man. That's an excellent point to end the conversation on, mate. I really appreciate this conversation, man. Thank you very much for sharing your journey, sharing the emotions, all of the things that you've gone through, man. I really fucking enjoyed this conversation. Hopefully the audience did as well. So much love, brother. Thank you very much.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Likewise, man. We cried, we laughed. It was good, bro. I enjoyed it.
Good session, mate. I'll probably have to break this up over 2 episodes, I reckon. make it a little bit more easy to digest.
Yeah. If you're going on a road trip, hit play.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you very much, brother. I've got to run, man. I've got another appointment, so we'll catch up soon.
Sounds good, homie. Take care.
Peace.
Yep, thank you.
And that rounds out the final installment of the 2.5 hour conversation with Damian Gilbert. If you enjoyed this conversation, please make sure you share it to your stories and include the links in the show notes for Damian and myself. If you believe your friends and family can benefit from the message, please make sure you pass it off to them. Any 5-star ratings and reviews are much appreciated. Much love, guys. Peace.